Sound-filled systems are making their way into classrooms for several different reasons. These systems are especially designed for speech sounds, so as a result they enhance speech understanding. Children under the age of 13 really do not have fully developed listening skills while in an environment that has less than ideal conditions. Children in the back of the room can miss up to 40% of what's being said in class. Studies show that with the use of a sound-fill system in the classroom, students perform better academically. It also aids students with mild hearing loss or an auditory processing disorder. It helps students who have ADHD focus better on the teacher by amplifying his or her voice. I currently work with a student who has a mild hearing loss. Her speech-language pathologist reports that she greatly improved the articulation of her sounds she was currently working on once she started using the sound-fill system. Here is how her sound-fill system works. This is a sound-fill system that we currently use with a student who has a mild hearing loss here at the middle school. And it works with a microphone for the teacher that communicates to this sound-filled device. And how it works is the teacher will wear this device around his or her neck and turn it on by sliding the top button over. That's not, there we go. And it takes a couple of moments for the systems to communicate to each other. And once this light turns blue, that indicates that it is working properly. And as you can hear, my voice is now amplified. This wire acts like the antenna to communicate both systems, and it's important that this is not wound up, otherwise it will interfere with the connection. If a student is needing a teacher's assistance, what can be done is the device can be muted by a button at the front, and as you could hear, my voice is no longer amplified. And so the teacher can chat quietly with the person, and then once that sidebar conversation is over, the teacher can once again unmute, and the blue light will indicate that my voice is once again amplified. This system is helpful for not only our hearing impaired children, but also those who are in the classroom in general. Everyone can benefit from this system because it reduces any other distracting noises because the voice of the teacher is coming through at a louder amplification for them. There are also ways to use this with children who are wearing hearing aids. Multiple children with hearing aids can use the same sound-fill system.
Good afternoon. My name is Emily Struve, and I'm the teacher of the deaf and hard of hearing, as well as the audiologist for Sumner County Educational Co-op 619. Today I'm here to talk to you about a desktop FM system that is being used currently in our middle school classroom. So we have two pieces of equipment. The first piece of equipment is the actual speaker itself. And on the speaker, you have the power button that turns it off and on, as well as a channel A and a channel B. And that different channel could be used if you have more than one student in your building that has another desktop system for frequency purposes so you don't have interference. Then you also have the microphone. And this is the microphone that the teacher wears that goes around their neck. And you want to make sure that the microphone is not more than this distance away from your mouth. The farther you have it down, the more the kid is going to have interference and is not going to hear anything. So you want to make sure that you have the microphone in close proximity to where the sound is going to be coming from. This piece will clip onto a belt or something so that you don't have to be responsible for holding it. This is kind of like your antenna, so you don't want to get it all wound up so that it doesn't work. So I'm going to turn this on, and you're going to see that as close as this is, they'll get feedback. So you have to be sure that you set this not as close to this so that you get feedback. Well, right now it's not squealing. But you also want to make sure that you have this as close to the student with the hearing loss, or say autism, or say central auditory processing, so that they're getting the sound exactly from the teacher's voice without having to try and listen to everything else that's going on in the classroom. So I'm going to currently move this so we don't have any interference. And then, as you can tell, my voice is being amplified. And let's say I have a student, I can hold up here a little bit better so you can hear it better. So let's say I had a student that had a hearing loss on the left side. I would want this speaker to be pointed to the left side so they would be hearing exactly what the teacher is saying, and it would be amplified. There are some classrooms in other districts that have all of their buildings proofed with sound field systems in their classrooms so that all kids can have the benefit of listening to a teacher's voice at a louder rate, as well as it helps the teachers. They don't have to strain their voice, they don't have to scream, they're not getting as sick with laryngitis because their voice is being strained. This system is currently portable, so this can be carried from class to class, and you can either have it be the student's responsibility to carry from class to class, or you can have a para or another teacher carry it. And that way it can be used in all different settings. Say in middle school when they have to change from class to class, it's easier for a portable system instead of a system that stays put in the classroom. These systems can be very expensive, but they can also serve as a great beneficial purpose for students with hearing loss as well as other students in the classroom.
Lately, you've only had access to the sound field system in reading and English, and you've not been able to use anything else in your other courses because your the stand-up desktop sound system has been out for repairs. Comparing reading to social studies, which of those classes is it easier to understand the instructor?
And reading.
And reading? Why do you think it's easier than reading to hear your teacher?
Because it's not as noisy.
Okay.
And the sound system, it makes it louder.
It makes what louder? What is louder?
The teacher.
The teacher?